Hello, Mzansi. Welcome to it once again as well. Hollywood Bets brings you Game On, and things get rather interesting in Germany, in South Africa, and in England as we are well within the second half of the season, the respective seasons, and pressure is beginning to pile on the respective clubs. I am Caesar Mabena, to be joined later on by a special guest in Jabu Matlango, and then Jerry Kosana before him to discuss the local scene. But to firstly discuss England, I'm joined by Shane McGregor. Shane, interesting times, pressure in the race at the top for the top four in the European places. And at the bottom, let's start with that top four chase. Starting off on Friday, Brighton give Chelsea a hammering, a 3-0 scoreline, and it's one of those days when Brighton are Brighton and very bright.
Yeah, good to be here, yeah. When they're on form, they're bright.
Sure.
Sure, they're 3-0, big victory against Chelsea, but you know what it does? It just opens up their third and fourth spot.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's going to be between Arsenal and Liverpool who get the top spot and second. Third and fourth spot all to play for, especially with the results the way they've been going of late.
Yeah, they certainly have kept us on the edge of our seats. Interesting with Leicester City and Arsenal. Arsenal left it a bit late, 80th minute and beyond that they score a couple of goals, but they do win 2-0 and do stay in the race.
Yeah, obviously in the race. I mean, it's not over yet. You know, Liverpool drew in midweek against Villa, which is a big result for Villa. But yeah, it's not over. I told you this a while ago. It's not over. Liverpool is struggling at the moment, not playing well. They're getting results. When I say getting results, a couple of draws on that, but yeah, all to play for.
In keeping the conversation alive and going with regards to the top four chase, you mentioned Craven Cottage as one of those places where clubs can't go and take it for granted. Nottingham Forest in the race for a top four spot. They ran into a bit of a speed bump, or maybe I should say a pothole, with the 2-1 loss to Fulham.
Yeah, you know, I said to you, you don't want to be going there. It's a difficult place to go to. Difficult to get a result there. Small little field, but Forest, as I said to you a couple of weeks ago, and I've been keep on saying it, the squad is a big worry. The amount of players they got in their squad, tired legs, that's what's happened there. And I don't think it's going to be good for them this weekend either. You know, they got a difficult game. So one of those things, I'm hoping they don't fall off the bandwagon altogether and fall out of the race. But let's just hope they can keep the game, but tired legs.
After great work in December to get into that top four race, Newcastle haven't run into a speed bump nor a pothole. They've run into a bit of a brick wall in 2025. 4-0 thrashing to Manchester City. Now, hat-trick at City, and with no mention of Haaland. Omar Mamouche is the man that comes to the fore here.
I actually watched the game. He was different class. He was brilliant on the day. You know, one of those that they brought in a player, a January transfer window, which is not heard of at Man City. But he was brilliant. He was excellent on the day. Got the result. Yeah, Newcastle will shock him. It's as simple as that. But I think that this weekend is they come up against Forest, so it'll be a
very interesting game.
I think Forest are going to be in trouble again.
Well, we'll get to those fixtures coming up in the very near future. But firstly, I have to bring up Liverpool. There's a couple of results that are quite important for Liverpool. Considering Sunday and the midweek result against Aston Villa. Let's start off with the game against Wolves. And both games, one name keeps swapping up, Mohamed Salah. Yeah. Scoring
once again. I mean, on the goal sheet, on the goal list. But you know what? When you look at Liverpool, they struggled in both games. Against Wolves, they were lucky to hold on. They were actually dying for that whistle to go at the end of the game. That's how bad it was. They struggled. Didn't look anything like the Liverpool team of old, where you panicking, just hoping to get the result, which they did. And then again, you know, they go against Villa, 2-2 draw. Salah again, I mean, brilliant. I mean, he's been in outstanding form, top goal scorer. He's leading the race by far at the moment. But Liverpool are now really struggling, not the team that they were in the beginning of the year.
Having watched Villa against Liverpool, they really are one of those clubs you really, even though they're not quite as good this season as they were last season, but they do add value to the Premiership. They gave Liverpool a good old tough time. And I want to get your thoughts on the Manchester United striker that's arrived there on loan, Rashford. Your thoughts on him? Yeah,
well, they've got a couple of players that have come in over the last few weeks. They played 3 of them on the week. And Rashford was okay. I mean, he needs game time. He hasn't been playing, so they need to get as many minutes in under the belt. But they're going to be a team that's going to take some teams out the rest of the season. Attacking, they're brilliant. Defensively, they're a bit suspect, but attacking, they're a different class.
Yeah, certainly add value. Let's talk about the fixtures coming up. Derby Day out in London. Arsenal entertaining West Ham United.
Should be an Arsenal victory, but Arsenal also have been stuttering along. Whenever it comes to a derby game like that, especially West Ham like to try and upset them. This game, I think Arsenal should win, but don't discount a draw in that one.
Great game as well. Aston Villa-Chelsea, keeping in mind that Chelsea are trying to get back in the top 4 race, having been bumped out of the top 4.
I think after watching Villa midweek, did they run their race in that game? I think a draw's on the cards in this one, once again.
And games you don't want to miss on Sunday. A couple of games you definitely don't want to miss on Sunday. Firstly, Newcastle up against Nottingham Forest. We touched on this a little bit earlier, but this is a game one should really want to watch.
You want to watch?
Yeah.
I just feel that Newcastle are going to have too much for them. And Newcastle haven't been in great form. I think at home, if you have a look at their previous history against Forest, has been very good. I think Newcastle will rise to the occasion and get the result done. As I said, tired legs in the Forest camp.
At this stage of the season, many, at the start of the season, maybe would have looked at this fixture, the next fixture I'm going to talk about, and thought, hey, this could be, at that time of the season, a possible decider for where the title could go. City against Liverpool.
My worry is Liverpool conceding goals, and City have started scoring again.
And they've just come out of Liverpool, battered and bruised from Europe.
Exactly. So, it's going to be a difficult game. Once again, I'm going to call a draw in this one. I do think that it'll be a stalemate.
Draw?
I think a stalemate.
Well, I'll tell you what, for the chasing pack, especially the Arsenal fans, they'd love to have what Shane, as a Liverpool fan, say is true, that Liverpool will draw once again, meaning that gap will get even closer between Arsenal and Liverpool should, of course, Arsenal win. Things stay interesting out in England. You don't want to miss any match day with regards to the English League and how things are going so far. We say thanks to Shane for now. We come back with him a little bit later on in the day to discuss German football. For now, we will be focusing on the beautifully South African game with Thierry Skosana on the other side of this.